Greetings. This is Scholar Saunders Singh. What's current? FSU. Condolences to all the families that have lost one who perished in this ugly and despicable act. But I gotta say, throw mama in jail. Throw her in jail. That's neglect. I mean, out of a minor, I think he's of age. I think he's a grown man now. But he had access to her weapons. She is a deputy of the Tallahassee Police Department, and her name is Ikner, but it keeps saying the spelling is different. It keeps on saying Eichner, and there's Eriksen, and there's hold on. So I'm trying to find out what her name is. Still trying to look for it. His biological mother kidnapped him. Let me see. Jessica Ikner. She's the police officer. He had access to her weapons. I mean, that's heinous. Deputy Jessica Ikner. Now they're saying Ikner. Okay. It just blows my mind. Like this is all about immigration, kids. This is what I'm talking about. This is a serious situation, and I'm serious as colon cancer. People want to come into this country in spite of the fact that we have animals on two legs in Chicago and Memphis and Florida and different lands, super predators in these locations, Bronx, New York, all these different locations, Wilmington, Delaware, all over the place. Throw mama in jail because she could have prevented this if she had better weapons control of her firearms. So, this is a very serious situation, and this is what immigrants are going to be inheriting. You want to become an American so bad? Well, this is America. Don't cut you slipping, though. Don't get you slipping, though. Ooh, get your money, black man. This is what it is. So if people want to come over hundreds of miles, thousands of miles from El Salvador, Venezuela, Nigeria, or wherever country it is, and come to America to make a better life for themselves, not to commit atrocities, not to commit horrible acts. And I got a word. It was they're reporting on the Dallas shooting, and then they were interrupted by another shooting. This current shooting, this Florida FSU case. That's what immigration is. I'm serious as colon cancer. I'm serious as colon cancer, heart disease, and diabetes all wrapped in one. Immigrants, if you want to come over here into this party and get it jumping, you can come and get it jumping too. Just be on the watch. Just look over your shoulder. Look what's going to happen, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Immigrants are going to come here and they'll be like, well, it's kind of crazy in here. This party's kind of wild. I mean, my party where I was jamming a little bit. It got a little spicy, but damn, America is flaming hot. Like y'all had a shooting, then another shooting on top of it within a stretch of a few minutes or hours. What is up with that? How does that even occur? And you still get thousands, if not tens of thousands of people that are trying to come over to this country legally and illegally. For what? Because this is the greatest country ever. This is the noblest nation ever devised. However, people who have a terrible understanding of what America is and what it's about don't really understand the mechanics and the opportunities that are available that should be maximized within this country. So I say again, Throw mama in jail too. Take her, strip her from her post, give her leave, until they figure out, have her retire early or something like that. Because this could have been prevented. All this could have been prevented if she had just secured her firearms. That's all she had to do was secure firearms. I think I have read in a report that he had a pistol and a shotgun as well that she kept for personal use. I mean, what is that about? Where do you even get that? How do you go from being, a student, doing the right thing, trying to get good grades, trying to graduate one day, turn into a monster? You killed 2 people, injured, I think 5. It's like, it's insane. It's madness. But guess what? Immigrants still gonna come over here. They're gonna hey, they're looking like, oh, they got mass shootings, they got, crime, mobs rolling through the streets. Oh, they got, all kinds of disarray and disorder. But it's still the best option. I still like it. I'm going towards it. I'm becoming American. I want to join the party. Y'all having a party over here. It's just, y'all interrupting one shooting to get to another shooting. Only in America. I think it can't be anywhere else. Can't be anywhere else. Has to be only in America that this could happen. It's too ridiculous. Too rambunctious. So how did she not secure her weapon? She's a deputy and on the force. She's a deputy. She knows weapons handling. She knows to lock them up. Why did she just this one time? Oops, fell, landed on the, the guns and forgot to lock them up. Whoopsie poopsie. Well, hope he doesn't go in, a shooting rampage. I mean, it just is disgusting. It's disturbing. It is ugly. It's just horrific that we have to have these same things. Thoughts and prayers go to the family. Thoughts and prayers go to the family. Thoughts and prayers go. Okay, that's cute. Do what you want to do. That's your right to be, mystified. But let's be real. We need to have more police. We need to have more weapons for the police. We need to have more presence for them. We need to not defund the police, but completely fund and reimburse a lot of these police officers who have seen things that are very vicious and horrific that we cannot even contemplate on our level of being, regular civilians, out of uniform. I'm a Marine. I have weapons handling. I fired big weapons, big machine guns, all kinds of crazy mess. Some people are calling for, Mr. Choice Terrain. He's calling for immigrants, to spend at least 2 years in the army if you're, within the proper age range, in the military. Not just, I guess maybe just the army, not the Marine Corps. No, but no, seriously, but not in, maybe in the Air Force or the Navy or something like that. So this whole situation is just, it is a mockery. It's a mockery to our republic, not our democracy. A lot of people say it's a mockery to our democracy. We don't have a democracy. A democracy is an unlimited majority rule. That means that if 4 people don't like you out of 5, you could be put to death. That's that's literally what democracy is. Ask Socrates. You can't ask him because he's dead from democracy. But anyway, the mama should go to jail. That's all I'm going to say. She should go to prison. She should be locked up. He had access to her weapons. She has the least you can do if you can't lock her up, fine her, put her in some kind of house arrest, some kind of pay without leave. Leave without pay, pay without leave, leave without pay. Some kind of system like that, some kind of situation like that. That's the only way I can see it, because these are crazy situations. It's just like, it's a classic. It's apple pie, baseball, and mass shootings, or maybe not mass killings, but mass shootings. That's the American like lifestyle now. That's what's chic. That's what's cool. Oh, if I could just shoot up this school, if I could just shoot up this theater, shoot up this concert, shoot up this gay bar, shoot up this nightclub, shoot up whatever. Just shoot it up. And everybody says, oh no, take the guns away, take the guns away. It's not about the guns. Look what we just seen. We have a professional who is well trained in weapons handling and security, and she let that go. She let that go. We don't need to take guns away from people that are responsible, that are attentive, that are understanding of whatever handling they need to do for the guns and the weapons and the firearms. That's the key. Not taken away. You blame the user, not the tool. Blame Ikner, the killer and shooter. Blame him for doing those acts. He's in custody right now. They probably got him with a cup of coffee or a Sprite and a cheeseburger, and he's going through whatever situation they go through. So tell us about yourself. Tell us how you came to be this FSU shooter. And of course you can see in the future at all the sporting games for FSU. What is that? Weren't they just in the Were they in the Final Four? I can't remember. Let me see. FSU. I always confuse them. No, they're the Seminoles. That's right. Florida State University is the Seminoles. And that's why I'm amazed at too. How come they haven't changed their logo yet? How come they haven't changed the Seminole logo? Seems kind of inconsistent. Maybe that's because it's not related to the NFL. It's in NCAA. I don't know. But it's sad. It's very sad, the situation that happened here. It's on April 17, 2025, a shooter opened fire at the Tallahassee campus. At least 2 people were reported dead and 6 people were reported injured. 6 people reported injured. Man, just the 2 people that were killed were not students, by the way, or any faculty members that I can notice so far. The Heat said we are devastated. The NBA team, the Miami Heat, said we are devastated by the senseless gun violence that claimed innocent lives in our state. Many members of our Heat family, they put it in lowercase, family are Florida State alumni, as well as parents of our current students, some of whom had chairs wedged under their dorm doors to barricade themselves inside. These students should be preparing for finals, not wondering if they should be prepared to say final goodbyes. How many more of these events must take place before meaningful reform is enacted to end this epidemic? Okay, now they're getting political. That's goofy when sports teams get political. To me, I think that's really goofy. But I'm telling you, it's weird. It's very strange. It's very strange. How do you get to this point? What is it in the minds of these white boys? That's what it is. There have been very few school shootings. Oh, what's good? What's going on, TMG? Hold on. Salute. Yeah, I was in your live the other day. I couldn't go on yesterday. I don't know if you went on yesterday, but they had a T-Mobile technical difficulty or something like that rolling around in my area, so I couldn't speak on it. But salute to you today. Salute. All right, so yeah, so and the Heat getting political, like, come on, like this is goofy. Shut up and dribble. I mean, on some things you have to shut up and dribble. Stick to your guns. That was, excuse me, that was a little insensitive. But you know what I mean. Stick to your truth. Stick to your reality. Stick to the reality. Stick to the truth. To be exact. I think with the amount of people that you always bet we have to have gun reform. It's not about gun reform. It's about teaching. It's about understanding. It's about learning. From itty bitty baby. There was something going on in his head. He must have took on something. We don't know. It's going to come out later on. If he had a manifesto, if he had various literature on being in being in a certain mind frame to even do whatever he did. And it's a white boy, so it's tea and cookies, and we can hash this out. We can talk about this. Somebody black step up, they're getting shot and killed, quick. Just like the white boy in Wisconsin, he's alive. His heart is still beating. His brain is still functioning. But the black animals in Chicago and Miami and Los Angeles and New Orleans and all these different things, they're gonna get shot the hell down. They're gonna get laid down like dogs. That's a fact. That's true. So, but I think Mama needs to go to jail. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm stupid. I just take in information and I'm like, gets my head to scratching because I'm like thinking, wait a minute, hold on, wait, stop. She had the gun in her possession, then it was in his possession. Why is that? What happened there? What was the breakdown? And of course it's going to happen again. I call this duck duck goose. When it comes to like dictators and stuff like that, that's whack-a-mole. Dictators, like you hitting one dictator down, 2, 3 pop up. School shootings and mass shootings and stuff like that. That is like that's like against everything. It's like you have people that are focused on one thing, but it doesn't match up to the next thing. It's like I'm trying to say, for these mass shootings, it's like it's all about psychology. It's all about psychology. It's all about the mind state of these shooters, the users, not the tools, not the guns, not the weapons, not the firearms. It's all about the mentality of the people shooting, the one behind the gun. They say some people say respect the shooter. At that point, you have to. You don't have any other choice but to respect the shooter. That's the reality of that. That's the truth about that. That's what's really, the gist of all this is to really take in the essence of why America is the leading, the one. If you see bar graphs of countries with mass shootings, you see United States is way up. It's got a rager. It's going way up. Everything else is like kind of down, kind of down, kind of down. It looks like a reverse hockey stick. Usually a hockey stick is like straight down and then picks up. It picks up and then straight down. So I think that Mama needs to go to jail. She needs something. She needs more than just counseling. She needs more. She needs to have something done to her. She needs to have some kind of reprimand. Some kind of reprimand that's serious and severe as these 2 killings. and these multiple injuries. That's what needs to happen. Without recourse, without any kind of recourse. All that isn't to be, it should be happening on that level, to that end. Everything that she has instilled in her, well, for the time being, because that's not his biological mom. Biological mom like kidnapped him and tried to do something crazy or something like that. He may have been messed up from that, doing that, but he got to America. He was with his stepmom, Ikner. I can't remember. Let me see. Jessica Ikner. So Jessica Ikner is the one who should be able to. Oh, salute! Have you dropped any bodies? I've never dropped any bodies. No, I got out real soon. I was never even deployed. I was never deployed. I never dropped a single body. Thank you for the likes and thank you for the viewership. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for this. This should be a high yield video, but I appreciate it because I'm serious as colon cancer. Gang, Dafo, everybody's coming at the same time. It's crazy. So yeah, so he's a veteran. You got to ask Dot Focus. Ask Dot Focus. Maybe that may be his expertise, but I was never deployed, so. But salute to Dot Focus, salute to Son of the Sun 90, and salute to King Hazy, Only Hayes YouTube channel. 7 likes, 4 people watching. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Thank you very much. Keep smashing that like button. Keep going. Keep telling other people to watch. Say, man, you gotta watch this silly nigga named Sky. You know, he be talking at the side of his neck sometimes, but he's got some good ideas. Dot drops. Hey, that's his business. That's his business. I don't know. I can't put any bodies on him. If you put 5 more people in here, we got a party. So come on, let's keep it going. I'm serious as cocaine. If you see the title of the show, Mama needs to go to jail. That's the facts. I could be wrong. I'm stupid. That's the first thing that came to mind. I was like, shooter, FSU, stepmother was a deputy, is a deputy. He had access to her firearms and ended up killing 2 people and injuring 6 people. Something's not adding up to me. Did she do it on purpose? Did she do this? Was it accidental? Does it matter? I mean, did she just forget one day? Like, let me forget, to click. You have to do a lot of, when you do weapons handling. If you know how to use a weapon, especially, I don't know how to use a pistol, but I'm sure it's like using a rifle. You have to take it apart bit by bit, inspect it, make sure there's no rounds in the chamber, make sure there's no rounds in the magazine, make sure everything is clear, and before you clean it. That's what I'm always, I'm like, yeah, it was you were cleaning your gun. Yeah, sure, okay. I mean, because if people who have pistols and firearms know how to clean their guns and know how to clean their weapons, and they know how to do it properly and without fail. That's one of the things you first learn. What is it? Hold on. Treat, never, keep. What was it? Treat, never, keep. Treat every weapon as it was treat every weapon as if it were loaded. Never point a weapon at anything you don't intend to shoot. Keep your finger straighten off the trigger until ready to fire. Keep your weapon on safety until ready to fire. I might have mixed those up, but this one I try to remember. Rottweiler's in here. Salute to you, sir. Salute. This is a good time to come in, I guess. Around 1 o'clock on a Friday. People, it's It's Friday, and we're not talking about J. Cole. I'm trying to be serious, though, you guys. I'm trying to be serious. So I appreciate it, but yeah, I just don't. It just doesn't. Something is not clicking with me. I'm stupid, but I just have questions. I just have so many questions. Like the sheriff has to say, he had to give his idea of like, Brownie, you're doing a good job. Anybody goes back to that far? That's almost 20 years ago. With George W. Bush talking to the FEMA head, Brown. I can't remember, I think his name is Mike Brown, actually. He was like, "You're doing a heck of a job, Brownie." And he's like, "Of course he wasn't, because it's FEMA and you're doing a terrible job because there should be no such thing as FEMA." So I got 8 likes and 8 viewers in here. Let's keep the party going. 2 more people in here. We got a super party, double digits. Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. I appreciate everybody that's in here. I'm just saying, look at the title. Mama needs to go to jail. All right, it's down to 7 now. We need 3 more. It's probably gonna go down on some more, but that's all I'm saying. She needs something. I mean, I try to make it sensational, for the clicks and taps. Oh my God, why she need to go to jail? But that's what I'm doing because I'm a YouTuber. But she's gonna have to need counseling or some kind of reprimand. She's gonna have to be sat down for a few weeks. Something has to happen because this is just heinous. This is just horrific. And like I said, this is all psychological. What's going through is you're not this little big. Everybody starts out like this. Everybody's this size. How do you get to grow up? What was his age? I don't even know his age. She's been a deputy served the Leon County Sheriff Department for over 18 years. 18 years. 18 years. And it says in here, her son had access to one of her weapons, and that was one of the weapons that he was found at the scene. That was found at the scene. The Sheriff McNeil said, referring to the deputy's stepson. McNeil added that the FSU shooting was also tragic because the suspect was a member of the LCSO family who had engaged in a number of departments' training programs. Something's goofy. Something's really goofy. It's gonna come out. Something's gonna come out of all of this. I can already see them saying, well, she had her misgivings. I'm just saying allegedly. I don't know. I'm just putting sauce on it. I'm putting some sauce on it. But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. It would be something that would be like this. We're shocked every time. We're shocked. We're like, oh my God, another shooter at a school. Oh my God, this is crazy. But we're not surprised. It's not a surprise that this happened. We're like, yeah, school shooting in America. What'd you expect? That's another thing I'm talking about for immigration. If I could tie these two loose ends together. Immigrants are going to come into this country and join the party. This could happen anywhere. This is what I call duck, duck, goose. This is duck, duck, goose. This is all duck, duck, goose. Is it this school? Is it this theater? Is it this nightclub? Is it this school? Oh, it's this school. Okay. Oh, it's this school again. Oh my God. That's DuckDuckGo or DuckDuckGoose. I'm talking about the web browser. Yeah, you think so, Rottweiler? He says it's kind of normal now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's very normal. Sadly, it's very normal. We expect it. We're not surprised. We're shocked. Every time we're shocked. Because it's just so horrific. Human life has been lost. Or human lives are in danger of being lost. Rottweiler says, will it be a black kid next time, a white kid, or a trans shooter? Probably any of the above. I'm not going to put it above. I'm not going to say, oh, well, black people never do this. There have been black shooters like this. They just aren't in mass. It's a lot more white shooters than black shooters. But I want to put it past the Negroes, and they have their own way of expressing themselves, like in street battles and shooting up after parties and stuff like that. And we'll see Easter weekend. I'm gonna report on CNC on Sunday night what the report is, or maybe Monday morning into Tuesday. What the exact shooting count is in Chicago, Illinois on Easter weekend. Because I would look this past weekend, it was 18 shootings and 4 dead. Like, it's cool. Like, it's awesome. Like, it's like neat. Like, you're supposed to do that. These animals on 2 legs, these super predators. I don't care if they're the same skin color as me. I can go with black people, red people, brown people, yellow. All people, they get it. Who will die in their pastel colored polos this year? Now you're being funny. You're being funny, Rob Waller. I'm trying to be serious. I'm trying to be serious. That was clever. I got you. I applaud you, but I'm trying to be serious. I think if we really look at the issue of being able to realize, that immigrants are going to come here no matter what. They know we got the gangs. They know we have gangs just like they have, but they're not as, maybe it's more concentrated in their area. It's more like you wake up and there's gang violence automatically, but you don't have to have gang violence. If you're living in Silver Springs, Maryland, or Denver, Colorado, or something like that. But it's concentrations in different areas in these South American and Central American countries, and that's where they're migrating from, to try to get that understanding. So it is within our best interest to realize this, to understand that it's not about color, it's about psyche, it's about the mental. Why are young black kids killing each other in the streets? Why are young white kids going to different schools and shooting up the schools? I mean, it's so many factors. I think it's more so the leaders of our different. Okay, you spell my name with an A. I am not a licensed gun owner. I cannot own a firearm. I have bipolar disorder. I cannot own anything. So there's your answer. Keith. And you spell my name with an A. Slow down, sir. You should be glad I answered your question. You should be glad you're even listening to me right now. But anyway, yeah. So I definitely am not a licensed gun owner. So there's your answer. It's all right. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good, Keith. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, so they're coming in. No, they have to have knowledge of this stuff. If they go to school, there's gonna be somebody Lydia. Okay, Lydia. Hi, Lydia. Salute. Oh, you got me having crazy now. Hold on, I gotta. What is that? Is it? Isn't it? Blacks kill over jealousy. Okay. Whites kill over jealousy too. It's about the same. It's about similar. I think blacks kill over emotionalism. They kill out of emotion, and whites kill out of nihilism. They don't care about anything. They don't care about nothing. Blacks kill out of emotional ties. They care about their idea of emotions and their. Matter of fact, there's a lot of people in here. So let me put this up. It's not my pin one. The pin one is subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, Lydia. Make sure you subscribe. But if you feel like it, cash it. But I'm not hitting people up for money. Not until I get my super chats, my super stickers. But if people are in here, okay, you have. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lydia. Appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, mama needs to go to jail or something. Something needs to happen. It's embarrassing. That's an embarrassment. That's a whole embarrassment to her life. I mean, it's worse. It's more dire and more grim than embarrassing. It's horrific. I have subbed already. Haha. Guess who it is though? Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't. Lydia. Who can I guess? I gotta go to the channel. I'm going to the channel. I'm looking at the page right now. You're a small artist hoping to either become an artist or own a small-time bakery. Interest steampunk, anime, magna. I always say magna. Manga, cooking and baking. Languages I speak Danish, English, and a bit of Japanese. Lydia Wildheart. I have no idea who this is. You have 4 subscribers. We should keep in touch, I guess. I don't know. But there's 9 people in here, 9 people likes. All we need is 1 more person. Now we need 2 more people. We have a party. Someone you have talked to before. On YouTube or in real life, IRL. I can't even tell. Yes, in streams before. Okay. Well, you might have to just let it all out. And make sure you hit that Cash App too. Since I have to do this guessing game. Oh my god. So but I have to go to see. Oh, it's Bella. Oh my god. I'm like wondering like who in the hell? What's going on, Bella? Lydia. What's that call you? Lydia or Bella or what? I didn't even it's been a while, so I was like maybe she just ghosted me like 15 other people have already done. Salute to Bella. Everybody say what's up to Bella. Just Bella. Okay. So it's not Lydia, it's Bella. Okay. Understood. Appreciate it. Hold on. It's almost 9 o'clock where you are. God damn. Is Lydia a post-op viewer? I don't know, Dot Focus. I don't know, sir. I don't know. But I know that she's good. She's good people. She's good people. My account just got deleted. Oh boy. How did it get deleted? What happened? I have time for the dumb ish. I have time for the dumb ish. How did it get deleted, Bella? Son the Sun 90 has a question for you, Bella. But I still want to know how your account got deleted. How did that happen? But anyway, yeah. So Mama needs to go to jail, get some retraining, some kind of offense against her name. Someone just reported me because Hey apparently didn't like me very much, so they reported 4 times. Could have been I don't forgot his name, but your ex from Estonia. I forgot his name. That's probably a good sign. I forget it. I remember where he was from. He was from Estonia, but I can't remember his name. Your ex. Let's just say your ex. I prefer not to say my age, though I'm over 18. Okay, that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. As long as you're over 18, you're good with me. You don't have to tell your age. You're over 18. That's fine. But yeah, so Mama needs to go get something more than counseling. Maybe some kind of fine. I don't know what. just maybe a few months in jail. I don't know, and a fine, or maybe even more, maybe harsher. I'm stupid. I'm just these things are just coming to my head now. I mean, what could she? I mean, God damn, this is just Bella. Are you familiar with our school shootings? Are you familiar with America and America's school shootings and other mass shootings? Because it's catnip, really, for news agencies. They're like, oh yes, we got something to report on now. Finally, that's cynical. That was very cynical, but it's true in a lot of ways. Yeah, I am. See, yeah. See, what have you ever come to America, or would you ever come to America? United States of America, I should say, because it's a party in here. It's still in a lot of ways the Wild Wild West. We're just trying to figure this thing out. We're still trying to figure this thing out. We still don't understand the reasoning of a white boy's mind or a black boy's mind, or those are the ones that are killing. The black boys and white boys, just in different capacities. And they don't start out, when you're a little baby, you don't start off, I'm going to be a killer when I get older, That's what I'm going to be. When you're 2-3 months old, you can't say, you can't look at a baby and say, oh, he's going to be a murderer. Yup, he's going to be a definite killer. He's going to lay down people. You can't do that. It's impossible. You can't just objectively, anyway. You can subjectively do it, but you can't do it objectively. So I blame her, obviously, number one. I blame the father too. I blame the preacher. I blame if he was on a sports team, the coach. I blame the superintendent and the president of the school. I blame all the leaders when all these heinous issues arise. It's something to do with the leaders. It's the leadership. No individual, unless they're a feral, human being, can watch out, son of the Sun 90. She said she was over 18. Now, I can only go by what people say. If she said she was 16, I would have kicked her out. 17, I would have kicked her out. But she says she's over 18, so I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. But, just I look at this case and it really blows my mind. I think it just has this kind of veneer, this kind of outward look of things. It doesn't have. Son of the Sun says, Bella, have you donated to the machine? I would like it if you didn't speak your mind. It does not fit grown people like you, sir, miss. Who are you talking to, Bella? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking to? You talking to Son of the Sun? Hey, that's y'all's business. That's y'all's business. But anyway, hey, look, it's all about the guy. Okay, talking about Son. Yeah, yes, indeed. Yeah, so it's all about the leadership. It's everybody. George Carlin, the late great George Carlin comedian, said this about politicians, but the politician also means school shooters and mass shooters and everything like that. It's not by accident. Nobody, they had American homes and had American schools and had American churches and American universities and all these different things all together. And this is what it yields. In some minds, obviously not every human being is going to go in America is going to go on a shooting rampage. That's just obvious. But when it does happen, we have to analyze what the reality of it is. Ever since Columbine is like the gemstone, the crowning incident. It's all the crowning incident, even though there have been multiple other mass shootings with higher victim rates, things like that. But Columbine was like the first one that really sparked in like a different kind of approach to how we view these different occurrences. So it just gets to the bone marrow, gets down to the absolutely the essence of what we are as a human people in America. And immigrants still want to get here. That's what baffles me. They don't want to go to Mauritius. They don't want to go to Malta. They don't want to go. They don't want to go to. They don't want to go to Iceland. They want to go to America. They don't want to go to Sweden, Norway, even though they had either Sweden or Norway. I think one of them had the mass shooting with like 91 people were killed or something crazy was happening. It was wild. That happened like 13 years ago, 14 years ago. Son of Son says, I'm on guard when I see white teen boys who aren't happy looking. They same as young niggas. Okay. You could say spear chuckers, right? Let me see. Can I say that? I can say spear chucker. You can say spear chucker, right? Spear chucker. Yeah, you can say spear chucker. You can say moolie. You can say stovepipe. You can say you can say a lot. You can say, let me see. What's another one? Darky. you can say I'm just gonna give you those for example, but if you don't want to say nigger, you can say nigger on the show. This is what's so weird. But you can't say it in the chat. I can say nigger, 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 nigger. And it doesn't make a difference. Nobody cares. But if I put it in the chat, oh my God, you can't say that. You can't say nigger on the chat. You can't say nigger on the chat. I was just testing that out. You guys don't have to use that language if you don't want. I was just testing it because I tried. Let me see. Nigra. You say nigra? You say nigra. But you can't say nigra. And you can't say nigger. That's what it is. You won't see a white shooter coming. They will ask you for the time you look down and wake up in the clouds playing Uno with Jesus. See, 7790, y'all being really, clever. I like your wordplay. I'm trying to be serious, but that wasn't really funny, but it was very clever. It was very thoughtful. You put a lot of effort into that, so I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, that's the reality. These white boys ain't nothing to play with on that level. Just a lot of niggas. That's what's wrong with niggas now. They don't take it seriously. That's the facts. So yeah, you get blown away. That's what I talk about. Especially white and black. It's black and white. Black and white doing most of the crime. I think I have to make sure, check, the stats, but I think it's mainly black and white doing most of the violent crimes. Just in different circumstances, just in different contexts. The black kids are shooting each other in the streets over Fent and ganglands, and B set them up, Broad set them up, and they get caught up in life. White boys, they have pipe bombs and guns and shotguns and pistols and stuff like that, ready to aim from their stepmothers who happen to be deputies for 18 years in the force. I could tell when the sheriff said that, he kind of gritted his teeth a little bit. He was like, yeah, and she was a part of the force. She's definitely been a part. He was saying like that. He was like, he didn't seem like he was very, it seemed like he was kind of hurt and kind of pissed off at the same time. Describing Jessica Ikner's position on the force. It just cuts to you deep. It just cuts so deep because you're not aware of what is actually happening, what is actually going on in the mind of these people. I was just talking about the mind of this Wisconsin boy. Is it Wisconsinian? Wisconsin, yeah, Wisconsinian. I don't know, but he's a white boy that shot up his mother and his stepfather. It's almost similar to this case. Almost the stepmother and it was reversed. Stepmother and father. It really is disturbing. I mean, that's like a cheap word. That's not even enough to say. It is distressing. It is horrific. It is immoral. It is unethical to have these situations occur. To let these things occur in life in the United States of America. See, that American flag, it doesn't lie. That's one thing about the American flag. I mean, they may have lied on it, like the late great Paul Mooney said about how the American flag was conceived. They said no, Betsy Ross didn't make that flag. Old black slave made that flag. She was sitting there, and it was got late in the night, and she said, "Oh, Mrs. Ross, it's so late. I'm so tired. I see stars. Good, put them in the flag, and then make me some fried chicken." That's all Paul Mooney. That was all Paul Mooney. That wasn't me. That was Paul Mooney. But that's pretty much what may have happened or may not have. We'll never know. But that's the reality. Those colors, the colors don't run. And the red, it's like you try to get rid of the red, it's impossible. You can't get rid of that red. That red is something deep. It's our wars. That's our shooters. That's our people that were killed on so many different days, and the serial killers and everybody, the mass murderers, the bombers, all of them. Those they knew what they were doing. The white meant purity, the blue meant unity or something, I think, and the red means bloodshed. Exactly. Yup. King Hazy just said it. And the red means bloodshed. It means bloodshed. That's exactly what it means. So, and then look at that, Easter. Everybody's gonna be like, ha ha, he he, and there's gonna be the FSU family like, ha ha, he he. They're not gonna be, too enthused. They're not being enthusiastic because people that have been lost, people that have been injured. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to the kids in Chicago? That's the one that I think about the most. Chicago. That's the one that comes to mind first because they had the highest murder rate ever since. They had more murders than the Iraq War American veterans at one point. And my stomping grounds in Wilmington, Delaware, 2014 was called Murder Town, USA. Because of the concentration. There's only like 71,000 people in Wilmington. And like the majority of them, 71%, I think, is black. And the neighborhoods all are, concentrated with, drug sales, things of that nature. So it's really sad. It just makes you, makes you understand better what, you're taught as a child. He was probably taught well. I mean, was it that he wasn't taught well? Was that the case? He wasn't taught well? He didn't do the right thing when he was younger, or he did the right thing? He was going to FSU. He was going to school. He was a student. What changed? What thing said, I don't think it was a click in his head. Like, I got to go shoot everybody. I think it happened over time. I think it happened over weeks, months, years. The degradation of himself to being lower than an animal, to act and lower than an animal, act as if his mind couldn't contend with whatever issues were going on in it. And one thing else, this is my other argument. Why didn't he just kill himself? Sadly. Sadly. Why didn't he kill himself? Instead of taking 2 other people, knocking down 5 other people and injuries and wounded, he could have just offed himself and got it done with. That's what I mean. There should be layers. There should be psychologists and psychiatrists and doctors and people and maybe lawyers, accountants. I don't know what the hell. But professionals that have to assess and say, yes, he needs to die. I think he was 18 years old. I think he was 18. I think he was 18 years old. He was a little later. But maybe he was 18 plus, I'm pretty sure. But we go on. I'm listening. There's music going on in the background. Hopefully, you guys can't hear. I'm trying not to get a copyright strike. So it's just it's terrible. It really is terrible. I mean, you consider these things, and you want to have the idea of making it fully ready for everybody to know. But you can't know. You can't know what goes on in these kids' heads. Like I said, I blame the leadership. The teachers, the preachers, the parents, especially the parents, the mama, for having the gun unsecured, having the weapon, the firearm, the blicky, the ooh-wop, the wild thing, having it unsecured. That's on her. I think blood is on her hands. I think blood is really on her hands. I know she's probably going through it, but hey. Parsa says, hey, bro, how are you, men? Parsa, what are you doing? I'm not your bro. Hey, what are these? I don't even know how I make that. Well, how you men? It's right here. It's right here. Hit me up on my Cash App, Parson. I got 10 likes. That's all right. 10 likes. More likes, more the better. They're even worth more than the viewers, I think. I got more of them than the viewers. So. But hey, I mean, to wrap it up, the mama needs to have some kind. She needs to be sat down. She needs to have prison time, at least jail time, something crazy, some kind of fine against her name. You can't. I mean, 18 years, and probably she probably had weapons handling probably prior to that. But 18 years on the force, deputy. There's no excuse. None. There's no excuse. Fine tanks. Fine. Fine. Thank you. Is that what you mean? Make sure you hit my Cash App, Parsa. Make sure you hit my Cash App. $5 at least. Something $5 to $10. Last Dragon. Hey, Scott. It's getting late, but I'll keep going. Texas and Florida are in competition for the craziness I see. Exactly. Yep. Dallas and Tallahassee. It's no joke. It's no joke. But I'm about to get out of here, man. Thank you for coming by. The Last Dragon. Make sure you hit my donate button, my Cash App. What is it, man? What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. But make sure you hit that Cash App, The Last Dragon. I appreciate you. Okay, so I have to appreciate everybody that came through. This was a great showing. I might have to do this time, next time for the remaining hours. But I appreciate everyone, and I'll see you sometime tomorrow, most likely. Take care.